I want to show in public the process of learning, all kinds of processes of learning, including singing and math, somatic psychology, poems, and story making, maybe even role play stuff. I would love that. So there are all these aspects to being human that we are not taught in school. The biggest area being relational things, like how are we supposed to know how to be in relationships and be ourselves and yet be with other people. You might see that from your parents or from the people around you growing up, but a lot of us need to kind of relearn that as adults. And I kind of wish that there had been more on that. So I would love to share some of the bits and pieces that I've learned in the last decades, and also the current edge of what I'm learning. I'm a somatic coach and facilitator. I'm also an entrepreneur, a learner, and a creator. And I love staying at that edge of discovery where I'm not sure what's going to happen or what the new thing that will reveal itself will be that in creativity or self-exploration or going on an adventure with someone. And I believe that that playful place is where we learn the most because of predictive processing theory and free energy and how surprise gets coded in your default mode network, re-updating the map of allostatic processing, whatever. You can do the neuroscience bit if you want and make it dressed up in all kinds of science. And sometimes I might have the urge to do that, but at more often than not, I might just end up exploring how something feels in the body, in my body, because this is the one I have, and see how from that imprint I might start to learn the signal of myself, learn to recognize and honor when I desire something, when I want to move towards something, or when I want to move away from something, or when I just want to take a pause. And being able to navigate my internal and external world with these tools. Oh, the tools already make it sound like a, I don't know, like a very masculine place, even though I do love things that are efficient and effective. So, well, I might go on tangents. That is definitely going to happen. And the bigger arc here is that I want to live all kinds of lives. I want to experience what it's like to be a woodworking person. I want to experience making a musical instrument. I want to put a killer app together that can help people reprocess their pain and chronic pain signals and thereby have them refine the signal of their own body and be able to heal themselves and navigate the world through that. I want to teach everyone focusing, which is Eugene Gendlin's method of connecting to yourself. So many somatic and other modalities teach that, but this one is just like short and tiny points right to the gist of things, to the core of you and how you might be in this world from your beingness and even do things from there. That's the bit that has taken me longer after a bunch of burnouts to re-engage with. What my pace is, what is the cadence and the oscillation that needs to happen that I can navigate so that I can be in my creativity and in my doing, as well as in my resting and regeneration, and have enjoyment in both of those, and have the help of the signal of my aliveness help me navigate where I go. So this will be lessons in that for me as well, as I share bits about my own learning and might invite you at some points to try your own experiments or games or playing with your awareness or playing with the people around you. I might end up holding tiny workshops, maybe not, maybe yes. I might end up reciting poetry because there's so much good poetry out there that I want to learn. So that will also be one of the things that I might learn and share. And as part of the All Lives program, like I want to live all kinds of lives, this year I have chosen as the focus to re-engage with singing and music. And I might share more about my history with that. But for now, the project is to put out an album by the beginning of next year and have it be of my own songs that I've written and that I sing, and find amazing collaborators to do it with. And this comes from a place where I don't really know too many musicians. I did not grow up around this, especially not the contemporary art stuff, the contemporary music, which I want to be doing. I want to do like a bluesy pop and indie rock vibes with some cool textures and Hungarian folk in there, and some of the instrumentalization from there. And I'll have to grow in a lot of ways to be able to do this project, because I have to find the people I'm going to do it with. It's not, I usually my default would be to just try to learn everything by myself and then do everything by myself. And I have tried that in 2021. I tried to be a music producer person, make my own songs, and I wrote a song, and it was a really good song. And I even found the guitarist to do an amazing guitar track, and I ended up not being able to sing it at that point because it was the part, like how I wanted it to sound. I was not able to make it sound that way, but I already had this guitar track in that key, and I didn't want to ask the person again to record again, and like, because it would be weird, and like it didn't go further, that project. Maybe I'll be able to sing it by now, but also I want to write all kinds of songs. I want to be able to ask someone for a different take, or even go up to them like a month or a year afterwards and be like, okay, so turns out I'm not able to sing my own song in that key. What if we transfer everything lower, and can you do the guitar part there? And since I know you were improvising the whole thing, maybe we have to let go of some of the bits. There's so much growth that can happen in me and around me by embarking on this project. And I want to see it.